Hello. Hello, hello. Hi, Soggy Cereal. Soggy Cereal says honk. I'm inclined to agree. How's the audio sound? I've always got to ask, just to make sure everything is in working order. Hello, Stellar Rains. I wanted to do some sketching, but I'm sitting at my computer, so I figured that I just stream the whole ordeal while I'm at it. Stellar Rain says, "You're so cool. I want to be like you." Well, first of all, thank you. Second, why do you want to be like me? Saki Cereal asks, "What kind of pencil is that? I've never seen it before." This is actually just a basic .5 mechanical pencil. If you want the specific name of it, it's Blick Art branded mechanical pencil. I think it's some sort of clone copy, whatever, of the Pentel P205. It's just a generic mechanical pencil. There are a lot of drafting pencils and like the Pentel Sharp or more expensive pencils that come to a point like this. So I like to use those. You hold your pencil completely differently than I do. I hold it in a lot of ways, actually. Depends on what I'm trying to do. I think we're all entitled to our own pencil grip. It's just my opinion, though. So Lorraine's asked, what lead grade are you using? This is just regular old HB. That is really the only lead I use. Don't know exactly what I'm drawing. Just sketching with no clear plan. Just to see what happens. Do you mean like a specific brand of graphite, just like lead refills? Um, right now, I'm going through uh, a supply of Pentel high polymer lead. I haven't used a bunch of different brands, but I know that the last brand was some cheap Amazon branded graphite, and I regret that purchase. Don't get any old graphite, even if it's HB, because not all lead is made the same. And I had to find that out the very, very long and convoluted way. Just find one that feels right to you and kind of stick with it. Yeah, that does suck that that brand is discontinued. I don't know if you're a fan of it or not, but Sorry, I bumped the mic. As usual, I think my cat's gonna start whining very soon. Hello, AIU. I'm here to mess up your stream experience by asking questions I could have thought about myself for 15 minutes. You know what? That is totally fine, because the alternative is mostly silence. The beloved king arises from his slumber to cause havoc. That's what he does. And then he forgets what he's crying about, and then he goes back to sleep. Oh, he got close. Never mind. He got close to my door. He heard that comment. I could go see what he wants, right? But it's likely something I've already addressed. I think he has amnesia. So, like, he'll forget that he has food in his bowl. And I have to pick his bowl up and then set it back down, and then he'll eat. He's a silly old man. Great, now I'm not gonna laugh again. Why would you say that? The dementia kicking in. Poor guy. Yeah, especially ones that contain those kinds of words. It doesn't feel right to me. No, I don't like those compliments either. Maybe I should work on it, but ironically, as someone that is streaming and posts videos of myself talking online, I don't like attention being drawn to myself. But I have a hard time explaining that to some people. AEI and you, I'm waiting for that, for those questions, unless you decided to contemplate them yourself. Hello, Izzy Gloom. I was about to sleep. This is very unfortunate. I did mean to stream 2 hours earlier, but circumstances, such as my cat, would not allow that to happen. You can just put this stream on in the background and mute it so I can still get the viewership and the watch time. Oh, I just saw what you said, Stellar Reigns. You don't like compliments at all. Interesting choices to make, despite not liking attention being drawn to you. Yeah, I think I want the attention to be drawn to what I'm doing or what I'm saying, rather than me. Cheap lead is disgusting. I hate the scratchy, squeaky noises it makes when you use it. I agree. Not a fan. It's gonna be tagged as ASMR soon. I hope not. No, no ASMR. This is not an ASMR channel, unless you think it's an ASMR channel. In that case, you can call it ASMR, so I can get new leads in the algorithm. People in your comments seem to be drawn to you as a person too. Well, I mean, I don't have anything against that. I mean, that's fine to me. I just don't like it when people like only draw attention to me and not what I'm saying, what I'm doing. I think I'd rather the art or what I'm trying to communicate get all the attention. And if it's not my intent, anything directly about me, I find distracting. But I don't know. I wonder why I have that opinion quite often. Hello, Breeze. Unintentional ASMR. Jeez, I can't type right now. Unintentional ASMR. This is the good kind of ASMR. The pencil scratching. That is. I hope you're not talking about me speaking. That's not ASMR. The pencil? Yes. Pencil is ASMR. I'm not ASMR though. Saki Cereal says, I don't know much about lead types, but I always use the lead from this certain type of pencil because it has a lot of dark values in it. Is it did it come with refills? It doesn't tell you like the hardness of it. That's why it's unintentional. Of course, I would never intentionally ASMR. That's an interesting comment, Stellar Rains. I hope it's just for, I hope you're just doing that for solely for the knowledge and insights to be gained from the videos and no other reasons. I hope that's the only reason. Oh, is it like the Dixon Ticonderoga pencil or something like that? Number 2 is kind of like HB. So that's close to what I'm using. What have I created? Is this my audience? Stellar Reigns, are you representative of my general audience? Is this how you guys are? So I guess it says it has the hexagon-shaped body with the white tip. Like, this part is white? Interesting. Stellar's a fraud, don't listen to him. Okay. I trust you, Sakisura. Ezekiel says, I've always liked colors, but it never clicked to me, unlike doing things in monochrome. Having a hard time choosing between the two. Gathering some pieces too for dream pictures is tough. I think I also prefer doing things in monochrome. I think what helps me with using color instead of having to decide between the two is that I realize that for a lot of my work, the color doesn't really play an important role in anything. It's like if I convert most of my pieces to grayscale, removing the color doesn't really change the intent or the appeal of the drawing to me. It's not playing a vital role in its story or anything like that. So it doesn't make a difference what colors I use or if it's there at all. So maybe that could also apply to you. AI and you says, what do you usually do if you're making a piece with a specific level of quality or polish in mind and find it isn't up to where you would like it to be? What helps is actually not having a specific level of quality or polish in mind and pushing it as far as it wants you to push it, you know? Like, I feel that I'm always taking cues from whatever I do, and I'm always willing to change course if the art communicates to me that it doesn't want to go in the direction that I intended. And so it's up to me to work with the art and try to find some sort of middle ground where we agree. Oh my God, my cat is at my door yelling at me. Find some middle ground, you know. And I don't force it. I know forcing it to be as polished as I wish it would be is not always going to work in my favor. Because then that's just making the process all about me, and I don't think it's all about me. So if I start another drawing and it happens to want to go farther and farther and farther, I just let that run its course. I guess that's not very helpful if you're trying to actually, like if you have a plan that requires a lot of finished and polished pieces, like a plan for a project. Oh my God, I'm talking. My my dear son, I love you. I'm in the middle of explaining something on YouTube. I'll check on him after this, but I want to finish my point. If you have a plan for a project that requires a bunch of finished things, you can always make several attempts at each component of that, if it's like several pieces or whatever. And this mindset still works because you can go into a piece and push it as far as it wants to go. And if that's not where you, at the level of polish you want for your project, it doesn't have to be part of the project. You can just start another piece, and eventually you'll, through iteration, you'll come up with enough things to fit your criteria. But it's not because you forced it. It's just because you just let the process run naturally. You knew this would be my exact answer? Yeah. You're like, I have the method to brute force how you can easily, without fail, come up with exactly the result you want. And you just got to do this thing, X, Y, Z, do this specific thing, and you'll get the result you want. You can force the art to do what you want, blah, 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 blah. No. I'm in the you can't control anything camp. So why bother? Let things run their course. And that's sort of antithetical to what most people want to hear. But it only makes sense to me. All right, I'm gonna check on my cat. I don't know why he's screaming at me. I will be right back. Okay, I think he's gonna start crying again. But I did what I could to appease him and win his favor. It might have been in vain, but I tried. His greed is insatiable. This is true. Izzy Klim says, it's 1 a.m. already, gotta go to sleep now. Thanks for joining. Enjoy your rest. Hello, Evie the Roomie. Do you ever do non-digital art with colors? No, because I don't have a color medium that I enjoy or that's quick, easy, accessible, convenient. So I don't bother. I was actually talking about this a bit earlier. I don't think color plays too significant of a role in my art, despite how colorful it is. I think it's more about what I'm drawing and the atmosphere and the effect. So since I don't really need the color to express what I'm trying to express, I don't feel myself reaching for it or trying to do it when I'm not doing digital. And also, pencil is just one of my favorite mediums to use. So I'm satisfied only doing that. But I'm not opposed to experimenting with color traditionally. That sounds fun. Just don't know how yet. AI and you ask, this might be too personal, but why did you decide to take Stephen's workshop? I took it because I wanted to fix a lot of stuff with my approach to art, and no offense, you seem to have this figured out. Well, let me think about this before I answer. There were only a couple of reasons why I took it. I don't think I have this all figured out, but I knew from early on I wasn't interested in technical things or critique or feedback, and that I wanted to do more personal things with my art. And the workshop arose at a time where I was already grappling with finding ways to connect more with what I do, in a way that's very fulfilling to me. And I think the workshop was an avenue for me to work through what I came to find out were some bad assumptions on my part. Like, is it okay for me to only draw this narrow subject matter? Sort of like breaking down these limiting factors that I kind of placed upon myself on what I can do, what I shouldn't do. It helped me. It helped remind me of what I'm doing, what I'm doing this whole thing for. Because somewhere along the way, I felt like I lost touch with that. So I wanted the grounds to kind of just talk about that, either with a group or with someone one-on-one. And I think I got that. There he goes. He's had enough of me. He's crying again. Well, I'm glad it was productive, and it seems like everybody came away with a lot to chew on. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's like most of the things I I walked away from the workshop with was I I look at it and I'm like, this was so obvious to me. How did I not see it with that sort of hindsight? Or it was like right in front of me all along. And now it just feels a lot of the things the workshop cued me into just seem so apparent, so obvious, so clear now. So I don't even question it. It was like a one and done. It's like, oh, all right, uncover all of these things, break down these core assumptions. Cool. But I don't know. That was my experience. I can't speak for everyone else. There were just a couple things I was having trouble with, and the workshop came at the right time. Now, for the next round of things, I'll find myself having trouble with. I think I'll be able to diagnose them without a workshop. Hello, Vree. Welcome. Can I just say that I love how fluid the pose is? This is beautiful. Well, thank you. Hello, Discord email. Welcome, welcome. Did you finish that other traditional drawing you did on stream? Yes, I did, actually. I finished it a few days ago. I haven't posted it anywhere yet, and I just scanned it yesterday. I'm gonna do a video using footage I recorded during the process of that one. I don't know when that video will be up, hopefully this month, but still working on that. Something I learned recently about streaming and recording traditional drawings on YouTube specifically is that the fact that in a lot of my drawings, I do a lot of very soft blending of things, very smooth gradients, when my camera records that, and then when YouTube compresses the gradients, the footage automatically looks less clear than it actually is because of YouTube's compression algorithm. But if I don't change anything and just do another drawing that has no smooth blending in it, when YouTube downscales it and compresses it, whatever compression algorithm it uses makes clean lines stay clean. So smooth things look blocky and clean things stay clean. And I didn't like that I discovered that. Because the drawings don't look as clear on YouTube stream because of the blending and softness. But they actually look fine on the recording itself. So I thought that was interesting. Hello, Cozy, welcome. I love this so much. It feels so wispy and ethereal. It's like you captured a secret moment within a fog. Heck yeah. Thank you so much. Wispy and ethereal, that's definitely what I'm going for. So, I'm glad that shows through. And zoom in since I'm mostly working in this area. AEI and you. Can I just call you by your Discord name? That'll be easier. I don't know if you care about. I don't know if you care because it's shorts, but I'm pretty sure YouTube has started doing a lot of AI upscaling of their videos to save their band. What? I didn't know that. I didn't know they did AI upscaling. Ew. No, I didn't. I do care about that news. That's good to be aware of. I had no clue. I hope they don't pass that over to the YouTube videos. That would be very disappointing. How dare you tamper with my footage, especially if it's the drawings. Evie the Roomie says, this stream is inspiring me about how to approach a story I wanted to write. Knowing me, it's unlikely I'll write it, but the wheels turning in my head, connecting things, feels good. Well, I'm glad this is inspiring to you. I hope you actually at least take a stab at it, you know? Write a paragraph of prose or something. But I know the feeling. I hope you act upon a feeling. That's even better. But no pressure. Oh, I and you. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm gonna say I and you. I knew there were some sort of clever workings in the name that were going over my head. Evie says, I wish Jordy would be a little more inclined to drawing peaceful scenes like this instead of his preferred stuff of nightmares. It can't be helped, I suppose. Well, I mean, someone of different inclinations could say the same thing about me. I wish Kyo would be a little more inclined to drawing nightmare scenes instead of his peaceful stuff. To each their own. I will have to buy some of your paintings. Is the shop back up? Oh yes. It. I think I fixed it a couple weeks ago. I. I can't tell you what the problem was. The site was partially broken, but I changed a couple things and then it just worked again. So the shop is up as normal, and I added a couple of new artworks to it. I just want Jordy to make that bunny girl fan art. We gotta bombard him with requests. Oh, cool. I thought you might change websites for the shop. I may change websites in the future, but for now, I'm going to continue to use InPrint. Or if I ever change the website, oh my God, he's yelling again. I'm. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking InPrint will stay up, but maybe at some point in the future, if I have enough prints or interesting things to list on InPrint. Why is he getting closer to my door and yelling? I will order some of the prints for myself and maybe find ways to like modify them, draw them, sign them, draw on them, sign them. Maybe like add holographic or iridescent print to it. And then I could maybe sell some exclusive prints on my own website. But I don't know, it's just an idea. For now, InPrint Shop is where all this stuff is at. He's lurking. He just woke up and he's like trying to figure out where I am, what's going on. I don't think he likes it when he hears me talking to myself in my room. Like something about that sets him off. Like he only does it while I'm recording, while I'm streaming, or while I'm in VC. Like if I stop streaming and I'm just quiet for the whole time. Like in fact, I was quiet for a long time. I was just drawing. And then I started answering questions and then he woke up and started crying again. Huh. It's because he's used to you communing with the pentagram in the living room. He wants to ask your Patreon if he offers discounts on cat food. I don't offer discounts because I don't need to. He gets it for free. He gets everything he wants. He gets clean water multiple times a day. He gets his food. He gets his pets. He gets his cuddles. He gets his scratches. He gets his attention. He gets his daily conversation, deep philosophical, intellectually engaging conversations on the regular. He gets his staring contest. He gets his clean litter. He gets his fresh air. I don't know. He just doesn't like that right now. I'm talking to myself and not to him. He's taking that very personally, and that's why he's crying right now. He's yelling at you to stop listening to the voices. He's like, oh no. Oh no, he's at it again. Hello, Miguel. What will the neighbors think? I can't imagine my cat caring what the neighbors think. That's funny to imagine. You know what's really funny is that I was catching up on some of your videos and didn't realize you were streaming already. Huh. I'm glad you're watching the videos. See, look at Miguel exposing himself as a true fan. I appreciate that. Maybe if I just be quiet, you won't hear me talking to the voices. Maybe he'll stop. It didn't work. Maybe your cat just wants to be part of the stream. I think at this point, he's an honorary stream guest in all of the streams. I feel bad just like sitting here drawing and he's crying, but I know that he's not. I know that me going out there and checking on him won't like cause him to stop. He can tell that I'm live on the internet. He doesn't like me. Now, if I open my door, he'll get even louder. And then he might climb on the desk and continue to cry. Poor guy. He sounds like he's in distress, but he's really not. If you open a door, no, he'll Either he'll come in here or he'll stare at me at the doorway, cry, leave, like he said, but then he'll continue to cry out there like he wants me to go out there. But I've done that. I already went out there. I'm trying to be a good parent. I also have the door shut because of it helps it helps dampen the sounds of police cars and freight trucks barreling down the street. Like you'll still hear them occasionally, but it does help significantly. I'm just trying to draw. Urgent job stuff came up. I gotta go. Well, thanks for joining and chatting. Good luck at work. Next thing you know, he's squeezing under the door space to scream at you. At that point, I'm only obligated to stop everything and honor his persistence. It becomes kind of admirable to a certain point. I want to create the effect of the figures enveloping into the background, and the background's just some sort of amorphous abstractions, but that is going to take a long time, and I won't be able to do it all on stream. But I'll take it as far as I can for now. I wish I was. Sometimes I wish I came up with more ideas that allowed the subjects to just sit on a white background. But for whatever reason, I'm cursed to only have ideas where there's a dark background, so I have to fill the whole thing every time in order to sell the effect I'm going for. So, but I like the effect. Okay, you know what? I'm going to see what he wants again. He's probably going to cry when I come back, but I will be right back anyway. Okay. I waited until he stopped crying, and then I secretly spread some treats around to keep him occupied so he doesn't. I waited so he doesn't associate him crying with getting treats. And then I opened my door. Okay, he's gonna cry. He just walked in here. He's looking for more. Either Rumi asks if it's okay to ask, what would you say is the relationship between the two characters in your drawing? I am. Well, there's no narrative or story relationship, but I'm trying to create a sense of balance and flow across the page. And I wanted to. The function of placing a second figure on a page gives you an opportunity to balance the two figures. You have something to play off of, either to have one contrast the other, or have their energies sort of contribute to the energy of the picture as a whole. So I think that's an interesting idea. I do have some sort of philosophical concepts in mind that I am searching for a visual conclusion to, or a visual representation of. But I'm not claiming that this will be the drawing where I unlock the key to that. So, sorry for speaking very vaguely, but I don't want to declare anything too soon. I think in declaring it, it changes the dynamic of creating it. I might get too caught up on insisting that it become that thing, and I don't want to do that. I want it to be what it wants to be. And maybe I'll get lucky and it will become something close to what I want, or it'll surprise me. Studio of Art says, what's good? Hello. Nothing much, just sketching. How are you doing? Evie says, my time to go. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day as well. Thanks for stopping by and chatting. Miguel says, I resonate with what you just said. Allowing what the art becomes or reveals naturally is something I'm slowly accepting into my current practice. Oftentimes I fixate on a certain outcome too much. Yeah, I this is definitely it's more fun this way to me, because if I just really believe that it doesn't matter what I think about in trying to push it towards a certain goal, and in fact that may even steer it off course, and just instead accept that whatever happens will happen, and just communicate with the drawing and see where your conversation leads you. It's more fun that way. It's like I'm watching it unfold and I don't know what the conclusion will be. So it's like we're all kind of watching together. I like that. And it removes any sense of agency over the whole thing. So it's not really on you. It's not only on you if it doesn't look how you'd hope. And it doesn't matter because you're just seeing what happens. You're just watching this unfold. Miguel says it's funny because a through line happens regardless once you do enough reps. I also like how your view frames art making as purely the medium for the output rather than being the control. I remember I asked you something similar in regards to playing piano. Yeah, definitely. It's the, I like how you said it, the medium for the output. And this the same, it's the same when I play piano, it's the same when I'm writing, just journaling to myself or writing a video. It's just a way to grapple with thoughts. I even made a whole made a whole video about the not being in control part. The video I made of sometime last year. Why art has a mind of its own. It's really a collaborative act. Oh, cat jump scare. He just waltzed in here and then looked up at me. Hi, come here. I'm giving him scratches. I didn't expect you to have an orange cat. What does that mean? When I think about that, I'm like, wait, what is that? What are you trying to say about orange cats and orange cat owners? Is there like a certain, is there a certain archetype that you didn't think I fit into? Vree says, "Whoa, I was kind of dozing off the way I jumped awake. Are you sleeping on stream? Why does every viewer sleeps to stream? I thought you guys are drawing." The king is orange. Yes, he is orange. I meant to post some pictures of him in the Discord. Just haven't gotten around to it. Miguel says, I don't know. I just didn't expect an orange cat. Maybe I was assuming you had a gray cat. Purely off vibes. I think if I had 3 cats, they would be black, white, and gray, respectively. But I have 1 cat, and he's orange. Well, I didn't choose him. He was bestowed upon me in my youth. He is 18 years old, and I had him since I was a kid. Coughs should be Bush. Okay. I won't report you to the drawing authorities. Your drawing, Soggy? Nice. Heck yeah. Oh, he wants more attention. Hello. You can't hop up here. Please, please don't. Monochrome cats, yes. He is not. I give him scratches and I can tell he appreciates it, but as soon as I stop and pick up the pencil again, he looks at me with this deadpan look. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It requires fame on the screen. I don't have a secondary cat cam. He's not one of those cats that kind of like I've seen people have cat cams. They have a cat that just kind of stays put in their little spot. But I give him a spot and he doesn't stay put in it. So like I can't just have a cat cam. He's gonna be in it for like a quarter of the time. Maybe I had an assumption that pets are an exaggerated version of their own. Oh my god, I almost misread that. The pets are an exaggerated version of their owners. Sometimes I think there's a lot of overlap actually, depending on how long you've had the pet. I think we do have some similar tendencies, but we also have our differences. OMG, did you say 18 years? Yes, he turned 18 in May. He's an old man. He can vote. That's what everyone tells me when I tell his age. Unfortunately, he does not have citizenship, so he cannot vote. Soggy Cereal says, I vote him to be our next president. Not to get political. But me too. I think that would be a good call. Every time I hear a dog barking in the background, I imagine how what it'd be like streaming to have a dog, because you can already see what it's like streaming with my cat. Could you imagine if both of them didn't like it when I talked to myself in my room? And they both tried to wake me up and tell me to stop talking to the voices. Don't listen to the voices. They're in your head. Please. Please, we're real. They're not real. Please. He keeps coming in and out of my room since I left the door. And I'm trying to see what he's doing. He'll poke around, clean himself, stare at me, leave, come back, poke around. He wants me to be done. Oh, he's back for his fourth appearance. He must be trying to tell me something. Nice try, mister. You've already interrupted the stream 3 times now. I bet he hasn't found all of his treats. Is he loud on the microphone? I don't know how he comes through. Sassy, yes. I get told that he's sassy a lot, actually. When he wants to be, he gets loud, yeah. He knows how to let out a very concerning meow if he needs to. It's like he's here with us too. He usually comes through quiet. Okay, nice. I've been working on the top part of it for quite a while, so I'm gonna focus on the bottom. Oh, drying off cam. I'm debating on whether or not I want to make the whole background dark or not, but I am trying to keep some of the areas where the white of the page is blank. I'm trying to keep that. How do I say this? I want to have a sort of graphic look where there is a border that kind of frames the two figures, and then I can just leave these corners of the page blank. But I want it to have a dark background on both of them, so I think my solution is going to be to have whatever hair and abstractions be dark, so I can contrast the figure against that, but actually have a border to the shape. I don't know, that's my first guess. I'll try that out. Hello, Claus. Clay they. Clay they, you are Claus, right? Just confirming. Okay, good. I didn't call you something you weren't, or call someone else Claus. Is it a genie? No. No genies. Okay, just a heads up. I'm probably gonna be hopping off soon-ish. I don't know when, but just letting you know. I've been drawing for 3 hours. So I should take a break soon. Same here, glad you're able to catch the stream. You get to say you caught this. You get to say you saw the start of this epic piece. Yes, you saw this historic moment here on stream live. You know, like you, the listener to this sentence, you are the only one who has and will ever be the sole viewer of everything you have ever drawn. Like, I have seen everything I've ever drawn, but no one else will ever see that. But only you will see everything you've ever drawn, unless you draw things blind and discard them before you open your eyes. But besides those situations, you see all the art being done before you, but you don't see all of anyone else's art ever. I just think that's interesting. It's like a no-duh statement, but it's interesting to me nonetheless. You'll let me hit what you smoke. No smoking here. Just pure drawing experience. Shower thoughts with the camera. I guess these are shower thoughts. Or these are actually the things that pop in my mind as I'm trying to sleep. What is going on upstairs? Upstairs neighbors just started like stomping around or whatever. It's very loud. Hello, I'm crying. Yummy, I love drawing. I love drawing too. Drawing is yummy. Thank you for joining. I did say maybe like 10-ish minutes ago that I will be signing off soon. Still don't know when, but just a heads up. It's hard to capture the whole drawing if it's a vertical one, if this isn't short form content. There are diminishing returns to how far you have to zoom out to capture the whole drawing. And if you want the whole drawing in frame, I don't know. It's something I noticed once I got this camera. Swoopy. Yes, that's the goal. I want to render this portion of hair in the back like it's some sort of dark or black glass or some sort of translucent onyx. I think that would be pretty cool. Some sort of black translucent gemstone. That's going to take a lot of graphite and a lot of time. But the most interesting effects are only on the other side of lots of time and graphite. So I must do what is necessary. Yes, I love shiny rock. I gotta say, shiny rock is very inspirational to me. I look up to shiny rock. chaotic first pass at this background or this hair part. I'm crying says, why can't I watch this in 2x speed with Family Guy on the corner? Says you're not determined enough. You gotta be persistent in optimizing your content consumption. My cat is telling me to stop drawing. He's saying enough is enough. I think I should listen to him this time. But drawing's it's just too fun. Do you have thumbnails of the drawing? No. I just started it right on this, right on the page. Oh, hello, Jordy. Kyo, the real one. Yes, this is me. The only one, actually. There's no real fake. There's just me. That's it. With human hands, this guy can draw. Well, thank you. Human? That's questionable. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? The design is very human. You can be Google Vid AI. You could be a prompt. Are you doubting me? A prompt could never. How dare you? Shame. We've moved from the world as a simulation to the world as a prompt. Yes, everything is AI now. How far we've come. I just opened up YouTube to learn about solar panels confirmations. What is that? And ended up here. Must be a sign. In some way, it is a sign. I don't know what it's a sign of. It's a sign of something. Unfortunately, I said this is my third time saying this, but I think I'm actually gonna start winding down in a couple minutes and actually sign off. I've been drawing for too long. I need to vary up my day. I don't know how people draw all day. I don't know how. I can't draw all freaking day. That's crazy. You gotta draw sparingly. You don't draw all the time. If you draw sparingly, then you can have some like healthy distance from the drawing, and you miss it more, and then you're excited to return to it again. But if you spend all day drawing, like, you don't really have that, you know? I don't know. I could never do it. Oh, configurations. Can't spell. No. That makes more sense now. It was fun hanging out with you. Thank you. I'm glad to have hung out. Oh my god, I can't speak. I'm glad to have hung out with you guys as well. This is me pretending to be human. I'm trying my best. No such thing as too long? Oh yeah. There is such thing as too long of time spent drawing in one day. And lifetime? Well, no such thing. But in a day, I like to change it up. Adderall, says Miguel. I don't want to introduce substance into my drawing. I think if drawing is interesting enough on its own, then there's no need for me to develop that association. It's like, I don't need to spend the entire day sitting here drawing. Because I have other things to do too. So it's actually better if I don't take Adderall before I draw, because then I'll never get anything done. I could draw forever if I didn't need sleep. I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think I would want to do that, even if I didn't need sleep, even if I didn't need to eat or take care of basic needs. I think I just want a variety, like a well-rounded, balanced day, with drawing being a good, enjoying part of the day. It doesn't need to be everything all the time. Oh, I didn't see your question. I'm crying. I'm not running away from the question. Let me ask you this, Kyo. How are we to say we're real? That's a good question. I think that's an audacious claim. It's very arrogant of us to claim with any certainty that we're real, because it's acting like we're the authority on the matter of being. Like, who are we to ask such a question, or answer such a question rather, with such divinity? Like, yeah, no, that, I think that's the hubris of mankind to claim to know such a thing. Never be too sure of anything. Always be questioning. I and you survived the work emergency. I'm glad you survived. Just in time for me to sign off, because I am done drawing. We ignore pain and then suffer the consequences. Well said, Jordy. Yeah, Kyo, none of this is real. See, look, now you're claiming the opposite. Now you're saying that you know that, or in some way you're implying that you know with certainty that none of this is real. Again, the hubris. We don't know. We can't be certain about any of this stuff. So we shouldn't act like we're authorities on the matter. Always have skepticism of everything, doubt everything, question everything. Don't have a stance on anything. Just be completely confused and say, I don't know, to everything. I think that's a great way to go about life, actually. Sagi Cyril says, I get that. I just have constant ideas I want to put out so I don't forget them. Yeah, I get not wanting to forget the ideas. I think the ideas that matter will arise in the time you give yourself to draw. And so you don't have to draw all the time in order to fulfill all of those ideas, because actually most of your ideas are not going to come while you're sitting at your drawing. They're going to come throughout the day when you're not able to draw. So I think it's better to allow yourself time, or put yourself in a situation when you're not drawing, to let your brain wander and come up with ideas naturally. So I don't know, I think that's healthier. I'm just a figment of your imagination. Well, from my experience, I think all of you and everything is a figment of my own imagination. But I just think that's the way it is. That just makes sense. I guess I don't know anything anymore. Yes. Well, don't claim that with too much certainty. Like, you can't say with absolute definity that you don't know anything. So I'm glad you said, I guess, at the beginning of that statement. It makes it clear to me that you don't have a solid stance on your beliefs. And that's a good thing. All right. I'm done talking. I'm done drawing. I'm gonna sign out now. Oh wait, I missed a question or a statement. You'd probably turn into a human if you took Adderall. that actually reminds me of how I feel when I'm at work and I am on my ADHD medication, and when I'm not on it, I think I do feel like I'm a human when I am on medication. So I know you're just taking a jab at me, but that's my lived experience you're joking about. The only constant is change. The only certainty is uncertainty. All wisdom is the awareness of our ignorance. I think that's very well put. I can't argue with that. That pretty much sums up what I'm saying. All right, I gotta go. Goodbye, Miguel. Goodbye, Saki Cereal. Goodbye, Jordy. Goodbye, I'm crying. And goodbye, anyone else that's not currently in the chat. Like Miguel said, Kyo is an omnipotent entity. He becomes human when that happens. I guess I'm human right now. Yeah. I guess I'm human. I can't be too sure, like I said. But right now, I feel like an omnipotent human. So, something to think about. All right.